I'm not much looking forward to this day. As we mentioned before, we have a cow down. We got her rolled over so that we could check her leg, and it's very clear one of the legs is broken or seized, or it won't move at all. We can't even move it ourselves, so we have to put her down, and we're trying to make the decision about butchering her. We don't have the proper equipment to move her. I have this tractor that stopped running a couple of days ago, or I guess right before we left on our trip, and I couldn't get it started. I still can't get it started. I've checked everything I know to check and it won't run. So lifting a cow, moving a cow, dragging a cow, anything without a tractor is just really doesn't work. So in addition, for whatever reason, our internet and telephone service is out, and I suspect it has to do with snow falling off this roof and messing up that dish over there. So we can't get that fixed to do any research or reading or call for assistance until we get our road plowed, so we can have a technician come up here. We can't plow the road before we get our tractor working, and we can't butcher the cow until the tractor's working. So everything is stacking up, and it's kind of a crappy day. So we've read about how to butcher a cow without hanging the carcass. We think we can do it. We're going to try it today on the ground. We've never butchered a cow before at all in ideal conditions. The worst case is we don't get any meat off of her. We just burn the carcass or bury it. If we want to bury it, we need something to dig with. Anyway, it's working out to be kind of a crappy day. The cow has been down 3 nights. We weren't able to take care of her yesterday. We really tried. We put all kinds of straps and levers and tried to move her, and she won't get up, and now we know it's because of that leg. So the most humane thing would have been to put her down as soon as we learned that, but we weren't able to process her, and we do want to redeem some of her value for meat, and so we have regrettably just let her lay there. Now she seems really healthy, like she's alert, she's moving, she just can't stand up. She's eating normally, she's drinking normally, she's having all of her normal bodily functions all in one place. Not great. So still, we should have taken care of her by now. We just weren't able to. It's one of those days where you look at your life decisions and you say, man, was that really stupid? I mean, yeah, a lot of it, it's just bad decisions. I used to have a good job, paid good money, bought milk, bought meat, no issue. Really, this whole idea of coming out here, we knew it was going to be a challenge. We knew it was going to be a whole new world. We're going to be stranded at times. We knew we were going to be without communication at times, and we knew we were going to have animals go down at times, and we knew we were going to have tractors break at times, and even so, it all happens at the same time, and it doesn't matter how much you prepare yourself, it's depressing. I mean, there's no other word for it. It's depressing. And I'm not a depressed person. Like, I just look at a problem and say, dude, let's do it, let's fight it, let's get it killed. But when we came back from our trip, and first we were delayed 4 days, I think, for snow. We got here, we can't even drive onto our property. We've been walking up and down to the gate, about 1/8 of a mile, maybe 1/4 mile round trip. It makes me want to quit, and I'm not a quitter. And the worst thing is when you're not a quitter and something makes you want to quit. Man, just the thought makes you depressed. I don't know. A lot can change in a day, for good or ill.
It's almost over. So yesterday, after trying to get her out and we couldn't get her up, we had a discussion, made some calls, tried to figure out if anyone could help us, but we have no access to our road and our tractor's not working and no one can really get up here. So we've decided it's time to put her out of her misery. We're going to try to butcher her out here in the field if we can. There's mixed information about whether that's a good idea because the meat won't taste as good since she's been under stress and because she's been down, so there's less circulation. I don't know, but I figure we might as well try. It's one of those hard things that we have to do on the farm, try to figure out these things, and so we're going to try to at least not make it a total loss. So it's gonna be a long day.
I'm starting with a smaller caliber rifle.
Why?
22. It should be sufficient.
Everyone says you can use a 22.
Yeah, I've been reading about it and it seems fine, but I also brought the 270 just in case it doesn't work and we just have to make it happen. I feel like there's a greater ricochet risk with the larger caliber at short range.
Okay.
It could take 2 shots, so don't freak out, okay?
Do you want to have the other one with you then?
Around?
Because I have it here. Yeah.
No.
No? I'll just have it.
Make a little channel here.
Yeah. Trying to wash her off a little bit before we're going to try to drag her into some cleaner snow. But we thought we'd wash as much poop off as we can. It is raining, but getting her as clean as possible. At the very least, I want the hide, and at the very most, maybe we can get a little meat out of her. So the other thing about doing this, so you take the hooves off and then you cut down the belly and then you can start taking the skin off all the way up to the elbow, because this, you want part of this. Getting around the legs has been really hard. It's not pretty, but
No, it's beautiful. Look at it.
I think it'll be a good experiment.
Now we just need a house to put it in.
Yeah. Make a nice big rug out of it.
You ever skinned a cow before?
Yeah, just now.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Now we got more work ahead.
I know.
The gutting. But look, sun's coming out.
That would be great. My toes are frozen.
Is that
Okay, we cut her belly open, got both of her legs off. I haven't videoed any of that, but we're rolling her to get all the guts to roll out. There's the lungs and the liver.
homeschool biology here?
That's right.
That's right.
So
Anybody that wants to cut, you know.
anybody who wants to cut.
No, it just got gross.
No, I'm fine with it. I just don't know where to cut is the problem, to get it all out.
You know how they say the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago, and the second best time is today? Emma says, I think it was Emma, wouldn't it be 19 years ago? And then 18 years ago? It's just
Yes.
a philosophy thing.
Just a philosophy. So, we're hauling meat up the hill in a sled. We're gonna hang it. Got some cuts going on the table here, need to be washed. We got a few in the bucket too, to do for ground beef, and we have started our fire.
Yeah, that's great. I'm just going to go a little bit to the right. this second loop here? Oh, okay. Sit. Go. Actually, if you're good right there, I'll stop climbing.
It's a lot higher than Southern, I think.
So, what do you think?
Me? It was a lot of work. I mean, it's like 5 now. We shot her at 10.
Yep.
It's a lot of work. We're burning the carcass instead of, or we're burning the, I guess, entrails instead of burying, because we don't have a means to dig in the ice.
That's a lot of meat. And this is just one leg.
The hind leg.
True.
So it's the biggest of the 4.
What about the other?
One of her hind legs was bigger than the other one?
Well,
She doing like one-legged squats?
we didn't get the rump roast with the leg on the other one, so this is the biggest piece.
I guess that's true.
It is a lot of meat. We've already ground all this, and there's still so much more to get through on this leg.
And that was a dairy cow, so imagine if you were raising a beef cow.
No kidding.
Easily.